Hey, beautiful soul, and welcome to the weekly reading for Sunday, May 1st through Saturday, May 7th, 2022. Happy May. Oh my gosh. I am Joyful Medium Joy Giovanni, and I help people step out of overwhelm and into love with one-on-one psychic and mediumship readings, coaching, and teaching. All right, let's get to the messages of the week. Let's see what we got here. And pre-shuffled as usual, we're just going to dive right in and see what we've got going on here. Okay, here we go. So let's see. So the basis of this situation this week is the High Priestess. Now, this is an incredible card letting you know that there is divine order, there is balance. So last week we talked a lot about balance, and it seems like you really did a good job to try to come into balance while remembering, you know, you're in this world, you're in the physical world with technology and challenges and all the things, but you've got this intuition by your side no matter what. And these pomegranates back here indicate a time of fruitfulness or plenty or coming into abundance. So, hey, maybe we've got some abundance through the balance and through using our intuition these last couple weeks. Let's see what else we can know. So the card that crosses it is Justice. And what is so interesting that I'm just noticing is there are pillars in each of these cards. Pillars often indicate coming into balance, balance in this case, because one is light and one is dark, structure, order, rules, and justice, you know, getting what's due based on our actions. You know, the scales are being weighed. So this might be scales being weighed about your behavior or things that you've done as the High Priestess, or it might be from the outside. So you know, weight and measure based on someone else's actions in the situation or someone else's action in your life. But this is really like a truth coming to light, and you're on the right side of it is how it feels. So you're on the good side of it. So that means that you've been really trying to be in integrity with your own personal spiritual practice or your own personal connection with intuition, higher power, higher self, whatever words there make sense for you. Now, the bottom line here is, again, we saw this card, I think, just last week, this Four of Cups. Are you still missing an inspiration from spirit, missing an opportunity, missing something in your own emotion that either like your higher self, your intuition, your guides are trying to get your attention to say, hey, you've got some emotional processing to do and you're missing an opportunity because of it. So it could be the opportunity itself is missing an opportunity to process a tough emotion, you know, that you've been dealing with for a long time. Or it could be, you know, a situation arises and you're missing some inspiration, missing like a third choice, for example. Here would be a fourth choice, I guess. But really just, you know, something coming in from the side, inspiration, opportunity, potential, don't miss it is the bottom line here. Now, what have you learned in the past that can help you out with this week's challenges, energy? The Chariot. Sometimes things move very quickly and sometimes they move very slowly. So if you are in a space of things moving very quickly, just remember we are cyclical beings, meaning things go in cycles here for us in this world on earth here. So if you're in a time of things moving very fast, just know a lull is probably around the corner, and vice versa. If you're feeling like things are not moving in the way you wanted, or you're not doing a good job at staying in balance, just know there's another cycle around the corner. And what have you learned about the choices you make, the way you handle things, whether you're in and out of balance when things are moving very quickly? So this might be an indication for you to slow down if you feel like you're rushing through a process or something that's going on for you this week, or it might be an indication to let you know, like, hey, remember, things pick back up eventually. So it'll apply, this is a general reading, so it'll apply a little differently to each person who's listening. Five of Swords, the highest good. Have you noticed those people in the background are just walking away from this conflict, from this conversation? They don't want to fight anymore. So this could be you in the situation, or this could be someone else, but just an indication of like, hey, do you want to keep fighting this battle in the same way, or do you want to change? Do you want to try to do it a different way? Do you want to just let bygones be bygones? Do we want to call a stalemate on a situation and just say we're not going to, you know, it's an agree to disagree kind of a thing? Or is there a compromise to be had that you're maybe not seeing, not willing to see? Or maybe it's just that you need to let some people go out of your space. You know, maybe that's what this justice card is about, that you really are stepping into your truth as a high priestess or high priest, as very powerful, very spiritual, very intuitive, very capable to manifest, to inspire. And maybe some people in your space that have challenged that quite a bit, maybe your relationship with them is just not serving you anymore. Right around the corner, what is coming? 10 of Wands. This gal is pushing these wands uphill and fighting them, and they are not fighting her back. So this is kind of about sometimes making challenges where challenges are not when it's upright. So it's just an indication of like things start flowing a little bit more. The things that you're passionate about start coming a little more into focus. Maybe you get some clarity through whatever's revealed to you this week. You know, you just don't have to push so hard. And it's similar to like this, like do you really need to keep fighting whatever this is that you're wrestling with? It could be a person, it could be a circumstance, it certainly could be an emotion, but you're very passionate about it. I feel like you've thought about it. I feel like you've been in your feels about it. And this has to do with your passion and really just acknowledging to yourself what areas you do want to forge forward in and what areas you're ready to just let go of. Okay, let's just get a little bit more guidance for this week. And I'm going to pull from this Angel Tarot deck. Okay. It's the first deck that I ever learned to read with, and it is just still so strong in the way it communicates. So you in the situation, ego. Where are you letting your ego come in? Like, where are you stepping out of this high priestess energy and stepping into ego? Where are you not seeing the bigger picture? Where are you letting yourself get your feelings hurt when you could be focused on your life path? I'm going to read this card to you. A false sense of entrapment, being overly focused on material things, negative or fear-based thoughts. Are you just having some fears and hesitations about things that are not real, meaning like you're creating fears that don't need to be there just because that's the way you've always done it? Are you willing to, you know, let that go and do it in a different way, or step away from that fear? Or are you having a little bit of pride in whatever situation this is? You know, did you work really hard on something and now it's time to move to a new version of it and you're having a tough time letting go of it? Are you experiencing a false sense of entrapment? Are you feeling stuck in a situation that you're actually not stuck in? You just either don't like your options or you're missing an option or a potential. So just kind of reality check with yourself about that this week. Other people in the situation, 9 of Air. This is that 9 of Swords. So this indicates that there is someone else in your space who is extra just kind of worried. It's that pacing, sleepless nights, but it's sleepless nights of someone's own doing, really. So they're either, you know, worrying about the future in a way that worrying about things that don't need to be worried about. You know what I mean? Expecting the worst, self-fulfilling prophecy, sleepless nights. So, you know, sometimes when we expect the worst, that's what we're going to get. This isn't you in the situation, though. This is an external person or external circumstance in the situation. So just be aware. There might be someone in your space that's like a little bit of a negative Nelly, or just really hand-wringing nervous over something that you got under control, as long as you can get your ego in check. I want to say, I don't think we ever get our human ego out of the way, but we can get it in check so it's cooperating with us instead of fighting against us. A couple other pieces of guidance. This 2 of Earth reversed. This can be like a split focus, like a caution about, you know, it's hard to juggle 2 things at once and equally be focused or competent on both. Multitasking is not a thing. We're really just quickly switching our energy back and forth, or our focus back and forth. So make sure if it's something that you really need to be handling, that you're giving it your focus. Put your ego to the side, give it your focus and attention this week, especially if it comes to your work, your finances, contracts, money coming in. The suit of Earth is about your money, your material things, your gains, your clients, things like that. So be really focused and on task when you're working on something important this week. I'm going to read this to you. Too much going on at once, need to make a decision, consider a more playful approach. This could also be you stuck in a little bit of a choosing between two things and don't necessarily like either of the choices, be available for inspiration about a choice you might be missing, and be available to do it a different way. Try to not let your ego get hurt if things need to look different than you thought. This does sometimes indicate a choice to be made. And again, could be around your clients, your work, your actual physical home, money coming in, lawsuits, contracts, things like that. So just be available, that, you know, focus where you need to focus. Juggling is probably not going to work for you this week. Another little bit of guidance. Okay. 8 of air, illusion of being trapped, lack of self-confidence, afraid to take action. But this is in reverse. So again, this is reminding us, hey, don't take hasty action. Don't just, you know, jump and make a choice to make a choice. Really take a pause, evaluate, ask yourself, is my ego involved in this choice, or am I listening to spirit? Am I in the energy of stepping into I am the high priestess or high priest, or am I in this energy of ego, right? And just, you're not trapped. Trapped is an illusion. It's not, you know, in this situation, it's the illusion of being trapped is what I want to say. So it could be that you're starting to see things more clearly, that you're starting to recognize, oh, maybe I'm not trapped, or okay, there might be some other options here, but just to be aware of. Okay, as we usually or have been doing at this time, we're going to pull a little message from a loved one in spirit. So I will just have you, if you're in a place that's safe to do so, close your eyes, take a big deep breath. And as you exhale, the first loved one that you're aware of or that comes to your mind, this message will be from them. And remember, it's not always who you expect. So if you know, had someone pop into your mind just now that was not who you thought it would be, let them give you a message. Why not? I have no earthly worries. I have no more earthly worries. You know, sometimes in readings, mediumship readings, sometimes loved ones will express that they had a really tough time in their physical body. Could be due to illness, could be due to life circumstance, could be due to things like addiction or other challenges. And they're just wanting to let you know that that's all been stripped away from them now. So they don't have those concerns anymore. They're not in fear anymore. They're not in scarcity anymore, for example. And put one little additional card with this perfect setting. So if they have no more earthly worries, now they're in this beautiful, perfect setting and just not wanting you to worry about them having pain or discomfort or stress in the way that they did when they were here, that they just, look at these, both have just the most beautiful sunrise or sunset, I guess, that just, they have a different perspective now, a different understanding, and they understand why some of the challenges they had did give them an opportunity for growth. So, you know, we don't always necessarily choose our struggles. Things just happen in this world, but sometimes even in struggle, even in discomfort, even in earthly worries, there's opportunities for growth. And they're just wanting you to know that they're in a safe space. They made it to a point of perspective and understanding. So I hope that these messages resonated with you. If you want to connect with me more, I'd love to see you in my private Facebook group, Joy's Soul Spa. I'm in there live every week. We chat, we learn, we talk about intuition and mediumship and all the fun woo-woo things. So I hope to see you there. Happy May. Big hugs and bye for now.